Yes, Dr. Rena. Now, Papa Ghana, Masai Ababi, Uhumiache, Mizmi Huache, Utimin Kache, Mizmiti Unkache. But I hope, say, Christmas, a koye mao. I hope, say, eye. Maybe aha, mame pa. What do you say? Yeah, the fufro, makacho dada, kesie pa. Already you know, the solution show. Right from tomorrow, the 26th, a free 2026. I mean, can you a free 2026? The new show, the solution show. I've told you, we have always been talking about problems. We've been discussing about the problem. What about the solution? I think it is the time for us as a nation, as a people, to discuss the solution. Solutions to solve our problem. This world is a problem-solving world. The more problems we solve, the more richer we become. And you join me, Papa Ghana, your nation's favorite, number one, Miamini. And I don't want to frame D sexy. If we see D sexy, how I'll be pronouncing it, Biano. Major was so. Me love you too much. Me feel you was so yadame. Omo mondo yedie obesie skin pain von kwa. Anyway, Masaya Babie Yebabe din komo. This is 31st December 2025. Ladies and gentlemen, Mema Wakwaba, Obake, Wezolo, Indinamilo. Oh my Ghana, 2025 in some in a course. Nyama bɛn na sisi ye ehon komo mene obaba bedi. Enti bomodia stick and stay. And subscribe to my YouTube channel. Let's build a family together. Otiasie. And also hit on the notification button. Anytime be baby ano obe come home no when me video no ashe. Comment section here odia. Chere wadwene. Otiasie. Constructively. Otiasie. Decorous. We are building a nation together. We are all involved in building Ghana. So don't be left out. Be involved and let's build Ghana together. So without further ado, listen to this and then
relaxing and joyous mercy. Quanky to be our faswa. Obit my enjoy biano. Go and do it. So I drink in a group. If you say a fair call, Abba, Abato. A brunya, and a nansa contu. Ting one mass will baby. A radin shroud. A radin and you ye. Relaxing and joyous mercy. Quanky to be our faswa. Obit my enjoy biano. Go and do it. So I drink in a group. If you say,
let me just.
Yes, send you name a bronya, nonzo, ye oze, where we account so she. Oyi oshiketa, mobile, and I as an ekano. Oyi oshiketa. Mobile to the Biana and crying no
water.
I had the to the Bisana and crying off to the Biana and crying. I had and I come see come sasa. Ladies and gentlemen, Unyabaswa send a video nebi na ofu fronso enyebi enhwe why senia and komo amene obaba bedie no yenuanom bebre no nso ebenye bi ahwe. What you see? Ladies and gentlemen, in command here, baby, wo tie we mame. Na to us general.
Yan katane so. Nemo yen hu se wo mo aye bone. Na wo mo adwuma e kwa animu na o man no di hu mfaso no de. Party no yeta wo mo achi.
So what has happened with the gold board must open the eyes of those in this administration that think that they have friends in the MPP. I don't understand. It must open their eyes. I see them doing business and I laugh. They don't know we have made this party.
You mean they are individuals in the government working.
They are working closely. They think that scratch my back, let me scratch your back.
They are doing scratch my back.
Exactly.
I scratch your back.
Now the gold board, even where there is no issue, you see how they have been able to bring it up, trying to point accusing fingers at Sami Gyamfi. Let me tell you, Sami Gyamfi remains a threat to the MPP.
Exactly.
They hate him to the core. And so if Sami is listening to me, he does not have friends there. He has people that really hate him. But they will go around him and make all sort of gestures as though they love him. If you fall for it, my friend, you'll be eating or you'll be laughing at the wrong side of your mouth. They are only looking for something to pounce on you. And make no mistake, even
you mean it's a target?
It's a target. It's a target. It's pure hatred. Nothing more. Nothing is pure hatred. Either than that, the works of the gold board. Initially, I criticized it.
Thank you,
I was
Mikaya,
thinking that
for loving
it
my
was too
share.
early
Thank
for
you.
Sami to be pushed there. But he has proven beyond all reasonable doubt. Really, he has impressed me. That
Solomon also.
I say without any malice. I don't remember. Sami Gyamfi, I've met him once on set at Alaji. I've never met him. But I can tell you with all sincerity that he is living up to expectation and that we have to encourage him. The IMF that you are trusting, the IMF is not happy that as a country you have been able to have a template that can draw in more revenue. Because once Ghana succeeds, remember Mali is into gold production, Burkina is into gold production, Ivory Coast, they will also resort to this same gold board template. Europe and America will suffer. So I have read the entire Fit Review report. It was only commendation, but they needed to bring a propaganda. And that propaganda, it is for the consumption of the New Patriotic Party and their assigns. I have said that we have two types of opposition members or opposition parties. We have the irresponsible opposition party, which is the New Patriotic Party, and the responsible opposition party, which is the United Party. The party
You are the
Ladies and gentlemen, Nipa Wotin and Solomon Owusu. Now, Yanko and Seminimo, so Unimwa, Unyantin, so I'm in Kyle. Menuka say the NAiMOS. NAiMOS, Yaka NAiMOS, Ubebusa said NAiMOS crown, Omo Waya, NAiMOS, Jumedibe, and NAiMOS 4 a.m. NAiMOS, Jumekubia, Womo share a year the Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources, I say. And you can Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources, you can a year the doer, a year Honorable Emmanuel Amakufibwa, the doer, Ubekaya. NDC Nyamba power no. Na adia bakwa na Ghana fo esu won pa galamsey. Na obieka na nado danko ekufuado oye a friend is saying the gold mafia. Okay, a year friend is saying the Al Jazeera. Womo friend is saying womo asem omo de betu womo a year omo fidi kese so and 10 times so. A year the Al Jazeera a year broadcasting a year corporation. They made us understand. They said Nana Adodango Ekufuado a gold mafia. They just say, well, you'll be a woody tintimawo gold galamsey. Obeka insoa. A year Nana Adodango Ekufuado Korea. Obeka chere Ghana for say, wouldn't me and ye a friend is saying galamsey. A brother the minister cracker say, wouldn't me ni kwanya. Obeye mining ever forest reserve. Many will say a new government, Abano, a minister, Emmanuel Amakufibwa, the Minister for Lands and Natural Resources, the doer, Sani Freno, was see our yo, a man with character. And they NAiMOS was say, Oma intensify woman anti-galamsey fight in Western and Western North regions. Regions, me ni one one region count. Minister free Western region. Jene ukoni kromu ha elembele de we obi na we uti now we involved in galamsey illegal mining na obeti uti no one find your family and friends say minimunti katasumu mu aso ono onye sa the second coming of Kwame Nkrumah no the doer and inti NAiMOS intensify anti-galamsey fight in Western region and Western North. Or say the National Anti-Illegal Mining Corporation Secretary Secretariat has intensified the fight against a friend is saying illegal mining in the Western region and the Western North region. A task force from NAiMOS recently stormed several illegal mining sites at Hiawa, in the Amenfi Central District of the two Western region. I hope my body also, the task force destroyed assaulted illegal mining equipment, including a makeshift structure, water pumping machines, and wooden gold washing platforms, among others. The task force has intensified its anti-galamsey crackdown in areas currently reoccupied by illegal miners, causing severe havoc to water bodies, forests, farmlands, in complete disregard for all environmental laws and regulatory oversight. Timina Woka Zaidi, Mr. The doer, Emmanuel Amago, na Eja, Womu Bomodinia say, a Kufuado mu illegal mining ya, Womu ni galamsey, Yom the best say, or my Ghana, Yins, Uni and Sassino, or no what Simua, or more fighting. I think say GTV should create a NAiMOS TV channel and show live operations of the team across. What I say, it will put pressure on galamseyers. What I say, GTV should create NAiMOS TV channel. It will crashing no. Or district galamsey no hunu sa operations nibia. It will start putting fear into galamseyers. And of course, ebema womo enhihye ye bone no womo ye dia say ensase ne ye yensuo womo ebejai. Hello, wa wo hwe bibia no mesanso ema wakwa ba biem. Oti ase aha sanete. Oti NAiMOS no ensem a ekoso den no. Ana mede atudwa. Ye bom modern say ye afefoforo nyame adoma wo china 2026 a ye remu. Now, already near 2026, because countries like a friend said China, 2026 already, Oko a year New Zealand 2026 already, Australia is in 2026, Oko a year friend said Papua New Guinea almost 2026, it already 2026. It you hope you said 2026 no. Medina Masha said 31st, the Bequaria, and the doer the sector minister, Honorable Emmanuel Amakofibwa. One of my favorite ministers, Otoso number one, because galamsey fight, we are not, completely, out there yet. You fight galamsey completely there, but my main can say, they need the course MPP time or no bay under the NDC and the new government, and Obi Yadia Osaye. Kudos, Minister Koswa. Only the NAiMOS team, only the Ministry of Defense, Ministry of Environment, the Environmental Ministry, no, mo boyjuma, Ministry of Environment, mo yadia pa, monkoso na mo nyadia mo ye. Ladies and gentlemen, na makane say my main fancy so. Sami Jemfibium. But then before I become Sami Jemfi, my main Cairo and somewhere ACC controversies are ACC and ama or my Ghana then 70 be ACC 2025 there or buy 2025 or bani gidi over far Ghana for one paying for be crack the 5 major political controversies that dominated the Ghana in 2025. Yemfa Enshas Kenoforiata was declared a fugitive. In fact, Kenoforiata is the only finance minister. Obehe or my Ghana so. Now we yena yesi omebua konta and we dwani eja or my Ghana. Kenoforiata is the only finance minister. Now Okoti Bible there is no Bokrono. Kenoforiata is the only finance minister. Sebio, Kasi Yemko IMF. Neiko RHD, what do you call IMF? Kenoforiata is the only finance minister. Or no, essay, or near Kufa the Tana TV, so said there's not going to be any haircut. Now we introduce you haircut, and Ghana from painful, a woo, yeah. Johnny Hughes of TV3, Ekanye, or so when Nimunkofa personally. and now the domestic debt exchange program almost fast wuye. In 2025 na nya wanwa say ye be born say or you wanted na ye hwehwe no na ya che no. Enzo me ne wo kase, we dwane akosha America. Ah wo so wo mba ne machana. Enti ne wakofa lawyer say lawyer no twitwa nje no. Na lawyer no so okofa no so wo twitwa nje no. Lawyer no so ye okromfo bi a according to a Kabul Afghanistan for no. Omo pen wache no so dwane kosha America. I've told you, say, when it comes to the JB Dankwa Dombo conform kase, they hold that tradition. No, don't want why you crumful. And when they steal from the Ghanaian, no more Jania to America, no more Jania to France, no more Jania by UK, because you know that is what they believe in. They believe in the white supremacist, and you see, they believe in that white supremacist, and because of that, they see Ghanaians as inferior people. They think said, you know, dining with Akwesi, Abroni, you know. Now let me put it emphasis here, Abroni, you know, because that is how our forefathers described them. They described them somewhere Abrofo. What you see? This is how they describe them. But you see, when we are free Ghana, no America, no matete. A man who once upon a time was a quotation master, always quoting the Bible. Today, come and account for your stewardship. The Bible. I'm a Bible believing person. I'm a Christian. I don't hide it. What do I say? I mean, I'm not the people who says I don't go to church and they hide. No. I'm a Christian. I believe in the Bible. Those who believe it is up to you. I wish you well with your belief. But as a Bible believing person, I believe that there is a day of accountability. And that day, I will account for my stewardship here on earth. And to say we are Ghanaian as a Yama was a minister for 8 good years. Not the day of accountability, Abba. And you were quoting Bible, giving us verses, even throwing shades to say we are not sellers and the Ghana from paying for tebemunke tuani muakasi. Udi atambasa with the Bible di Ghana for tem. Because we actually sana when you're no kwafu. A day of accountability, Abba. Papa ne biane akoshe United States of America. And the end war no wasisika na we wiaye no ono a omma Ghana embebu akonta. You see, maninka ho e manin bebu akonta. But I have a message for Ghanaians who are watching me today. This is the reason why I keep telling you about the JB Dankwa Dumbo people. Be careful of them. Do not give them any chance ever again to mount or get closer to the seat of governance. You know why? Because when they do get the chance, they will steal your hard-earned money. Normally, could go America to help the people of America to build their country. And then you will be suffering. And they will come back and insult you, say, Papa Akra and Bobra. The thieves who stole your poor money, your tax-paying money. But they are going to America. We are now a ban in some friend and coupon. Yeah, and we dinner one. But buying in some or some yami. Remember, even the devil was prayerful. Lucifer was a prayerful person. So do not be, be surprised about these antics, these fanfools who open their arms to pray. And then their actions and their deeds are never in tandem. These are men without character. But beware and never give them the chance ever again. Ever again. Do not give them the chance ever again. Because they will steal from you and then they will transfer the money to Akwesi Abroni in Ukrum. To build Nikrum. What about your country? Why would JJJ if you give them the chance? Sawara, my dear, I'm a messenger of the good news. Papa Ghana, that is the name. 2026, it is Papa Ghana. Uhumi Afreme Papa Ghana. Why Papa Ghana? Because I want you to love Ghana. I want you to believe in the Ghanaian. These people don't believe in us. These people believe in the white supremacists. That is why they always steal from us and send it abroad. And the one number accounting for the stewardship. Oselala embano omba. Ladies and gentlemen, ebia now before you say ebia. papa we make asem de ahye na no me ma wetie ensem bi a woka kire wo man Ghana edwa nanum etu nanum ekeka nsem bi a ekowie kire wantimi ndi ba mposo na nei wakobo no ho adwa na wo dwane oh ni nuani ono so ye nsa to litri so wo je mpaibo azanko a
My colleague, Deputy Minister, said, we are not going to the IMF. Whatever we do, we are not. The consequences are there. We are a proud nation. We have the resources. We have the capacity. Don't let anybody tell you. Like when Joshua, Caleb, and 10 others went to spy on the promised land. And only 2 of them came to say that we can do it. And the 10 went around the community, murmuring, you can't, da, 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 da. We are not people of short sight, you know. And we have to move on. Okay. So let's think of us as who we are, a proud, strong people, the shining star of Africa, and we have the capacity to do what we want to do.
Ladies and gentlemen, the saddest thing I say, or can't say when you know, or call IMF. You know, I keep telling you, these are men without character. Their words, their deeds, and their actions are never in tandem. He has no character. Or see our yo. Obi our car, what ye and your friend the doer, or see our yo. Or see a dear yo. We momonye. Asia dear your for. Almost see a woman yo. They are full of deceit and lies. What happened? We went to IMF. In fact, we went begging the Chinese people. We went to Germany and we told the Germans, go and beg the Chinese people to help us. If not, Ghana will collapse. They came and they stole our billions of dollars. The only thing that MPP came to fulfill is John 10:10. The thief cometh not only to steal. They did not come only to steal, but also they killed. And they destroyed. Killing, you want to know? Pharma Pharmaceuticals was selling now for Makumaku 800 ewu because of the banking cleanup exercise, because of the domestic debt exchange program. You want to know the distraction they did? They destroyed businesses. This is what they left behind. 8 good years from 2017 to 2025. 7 January, I swear, in John Dramani Mahama. So I'm telling you, don't make mistake to bring these people back to power. But anyway, it's also there's a caution. Caution. Now let's go again quickly. Call a yes Sami Jemfiwo. And I think say in Komoya Medu Babedi Fano Nyansem na tasene ye na fa kwa adwinbinim. Because Sami Jemfi Emra aban we buy 950 Mami a what kind sike eya grada Sami Jemfi man the dollars I know what kind 54 55 56 57 58 59 70 950. Now, Sami Jemfi, yebedi ni won komonde. Oya branti ya mimi nshia na da, menene nkasa da. Na mamenkasa asem wenchire. Sami Jemfi dollar gift saga involving a year onone agrada. What happened? Abanya bafufro. Sami Jemfi ko chase kawa abontini. Enkanya bone. But agrada ma yehunu say yesika ketwa. You see, Sami Jemfi is about 36 years. It is still young. Onyendu 40. To say you move in 40. Na esenka Sami Jemfi di sunya bibi free sa asem ye to no. The beginning of ono abanye ba power. Akwanya. You're setting it up with Agrada. But when he thought to say he was doing good, because everywhere Sami Jemfi goes, he does good. But be careful of the people you do good to. Because some of them are set up. I'm a giver, I give generously. But my Bible tells us, say, giving, I have to also be strategic and know who I give to. Giving to Agrada, in fact, the party members were upset with him. Some even chastised him, criticized him, insulted him on social media. NDC people, NDC bloggers, and the vloggers, it did not tell. Ekoye president eyehwehwemu kopa achewo kode etuo nkotwiri bebi ewo bibia koye din eye chief of staff onimonyamfo eba abantene beka kire se Sami Gyamfi yamane wone me kire Owura Julius Debra enti emane nyebi na obi na mesusu se odi saa assemwe odi beye futuo. You see, idea na SCB Sami Gyamfi kro ya ene de aba ne se wo gold board asase a ye keka no ho nsem idea na ekoso wo gold board ye tie nie Sami Gyamfi is doing business with a MPP for me say Sami Gyamfi is doing business with MPP for. As a chief executive officer of Ghana's Gold Board, and you're born to do business with people. But you see, NDC for so fear people who fought, worked hard, and brought NDC to power. And then Sami Gyamfi within 1 year, and go for and come to be aggregators for Gold Board, sa business no and farmer NDC for or their common MPP ni. It is obesha asem we buy. Unsa NDC for kukudam for kra no anke bi my Sami Gyamfi. O my din no more because him said no. Unya wo party members. But you see, let me say this to NDC people. 2026, you have to start building NDC members. Build NDC businessmen. Build them. Man build one 2020. I'm telling you. Because Kennedy, on when young phobia almost sponsor and anchor for no somewhere do crabby in Canada. You're quite anymore. I catch them one day. One time, I catch them. Kennedy, me no say when you could damn phobia or somewhere do. I almost sponsor. Na Kennedy so obelidi MPP flag bearership ni say Kane na say NDC mo anse samusu ban nei na mama ni anko businessmen man kumani anko the young and vibrant NDC members na man build wo mo. I'm telling you 2028 NDC will be one-term government again. Enya good. You might think so, Dr. Ren, it's a joke. Kennedy ma power. Let me tell you, the politics, the Gen Zs, their thinking is different. The Gen Zs, different from how you and I will reason. They don't have time to wait. They're impatient. Gen Zs, one more time when they want microwave, fast cooking. One more time when everything, one more penny. One more can you? The Gen Zs are not waiting. That is why the Gen Zs will tell you they even lead military governance, which of course you and I know say but that is what the Gen Zs think. Say other naturally here ni krumu ye na Ghana ye ntimi kokoye nim the Gen Zs the woman penitentem wa. So don't be surprised. But it will only happen. Say mukoso neglecting base mukoso neglecting businessmen mukoso neglecting people Look, there is a lot of things you have to do in 2026. So far, everybody is saying so good. Media makacham, because I know, Mama Minia, a year friend is saying, a year Minia bear maybe the atonium cry. So far, so good. What you say? Aha, Uta Kobi, or what the abonium so far, so good, dada. Eddie, mama, Timunkonkuti. Your mobile ball, a year friend is saying, Uta fire, boys, no, but Uta Kobi, no, the atonium. So NDC Listen carefully. We are already in 2026. Listen carefully, because China 2026 already. A year Papua Guinea 2026 already. A year Melbourne. A year Australia 2026 or New Zealand is 2026 already. Muntiemi, Philippines, Taiwan, 2026 already. Muntiemi, Japan is already 2026. Build NDC people. Build them. You see, one of the things that a man Kufuado, the Ashantis voted against him. NDC saying Omu MPs no emu peja no is because they neglected the base. Their businessmen were neglected. Yes, the lives of NS Chemist. Oh yes, the lives of Kama group of companies. They were all neglected, and they went back to John Mahama because under John Mahama 0.10, no, he supported the Kama pharmaceutical industry. He supported the people. One or supporting what you say, a building or building what building the both here the businessmen of NDC and also building the businessmen of MPP, and in all a building Ghanaian businessmen. But I'm telling NDC, listen to this message. Some and a lot of people are not happy, but they are happy. Say economy ne koso. It is Sami Jemfi never too aggregators of one more over 100 billion. A friend is saying a CD contract, no. Your change of mind. In 2026, Assam Tour, we need NDC members to come and fight for you. They are watching. 2025, Nadia, you had a friend saying, a year a buy for Fraba, Ghana for dog, Sanya man, yebi, a kufu at the buy in the first year, no sa. Mahama so the the only thing and different in Mahama, the other Mahama, the other one a year economy de Jan aso. I must see the name Yahweh. It is far better than John a year a kufu at this first year. Far better. But second year, no. Once that man started, I'm building call for, I'm building the NDC businessmen. They will start coming after you. And I'm telling you, Sami Jemfi, you gotta be smart. I'm telling you, you gotta be smart. MPP for now, no, be careful, they don't love you. MPP for now, to say brofu. The Obayama, Akuk a year, dear Akukobaya chere, Acromebiano, and Yenefe. Say, a friend is saying, Akuko Sachra Croma, and Yenefe, where they are Betcheneba, Akori. If you remember this, yes, we are Santinidia by Kewunu say, what party MDC, and this no so Asantifo womb. Look for businessmen and build them. Contra the Mama MPP for be careful. And I'm saying it for the first time. But I remember because 2025 Ghana phone him, but media minim. If I see doing Ketiane Baho. Yes, I see doing Ketiane baby, your man the position. The same as Sami Jemfi wanna resign. Munimo, me makanoa. Untino baby. Yes. Me say Sami Jemfi gold board wana one. Eye I see doing Ketiane bad boy no wa resign no. E di enti na wa resign. Or resign ya chew, but I feel America. Or resign then I check, but I feel America. So munim. Why did why resign? I didn't know I resign. When you may be a woo ya no only MP before your ninty. I tell away from him. On pending guasie. Koni papa the chairman of what? The NDC party. On pending guasie. Why resign? Sammy, you be too full. You are fantastic young man. That one I love. I love your brains. I love your mind. Why didn't we do? We are smart. A good is be very active in 2026. On all the platforms, I'll be very active. And free the media. 2026. Be more active on the media space. I'm telling you. And you will be happy. say futu ya metui ofai. Now, ladies and gentlemen, in some community and Sebi and Vesemene Obobo and also Ehia kama pa. Anyway, quickly, my making kind messages nibi Zigma wa say Happy New Year, Zigma. The new name is Papa Ghana. What you say, Papa Ghana? Why Papa Ghana? Because I want you to put Ghana first. I want you to love Ghana. I want you to believe that you're a black man. You are not born of any inferior God. I want you to understand that by virtue that you're a Ghanaian, you stand a chance, as being one of the most blessed human being on earth. Remember, Ghana was the center of the earth. What you say, it comes with its own blessings from heavens above. Straight. Eva Michiao, long time. Yes, I was sick for some time. Sorry. But I hope you are doing great. I hope you say when you're dinner. I hope so. What dinner? What they say? 2026 more good health and more good wealth. What they say? Wealth, riches upon riches in Nigeria. Embra kama. Ladies and gentlemen, my catch I won't subscribe here, but more than now I day why subscribe it what you say anti yankoyenim the Sami Jamfi Sami Jamfi CEO Gold Board dismisses claims of losses, clarifies IMF remarks on gold for a year reserve program. The chief executive officer of the Ghana Gold Board, Sami Jamfi Esquire, has firmly rejected suggestions that the Gold Board has recorded losses under its operations amid debate sparked by the International Monetary Fund country report on Ghana's gold for reserve program. He says, speaking on a TV3 key point program on Saturday, December 27, 2025, Mr. Jamfi clarified that the IMF reported a figure of $214 million loss relates to accounting assessments concerning the Bank of Ghana's gold for reserve program, and not gold for oil nearby. I will say not the financial performance of the Gold Board. He stressed that no point did the IMF state that the Ghana Gold Board itself had incurred losses. And I quote, Sami Jamfi states that the Gold Board has not made losses. We have made surpluses, and our financials have been published in accordance with the law. The CEO said, adding that Gold Board's quarterly financial statements are publicly available on the institution's website for verification. Of course, if Gold Board were to make losses in the discharge of its mandate, we would not shy away from that. We would account for it transparently and explain the benefits, if any, but the facts are clear. Gold Board has not made losses, he stated. Sammy, I trust, say, the Awokani and the correct. You must be there, the support to a human away. IMF indeed will not be happy if we are making gains, because our gains, will go against them. When we gain, it's a loss for IMF. When we lose, it's a gain for IMF. So, of course, IMF will not like us to gain. They pretend they love us. One to say, konongo kaya. One timin so mwama. What you say? Eti the metimia kacho ni sesame. Ejumane de wo bo. Ejumane de wo yo. The moment MP before now what form as aggregators now. Next year, this year is 2026. A free way 2026. Same, ono wa monton kwanta, mompai. Na PMP NDC for. Na fa adwuma hye wo monsa. Wo monso nyem eyebi. No munya mfaso no mo de support party no a eyo. Wati? Wo monso yebi. No munya mfaso no mo de support party no a eye. And wo mo kra no wo mutimu emre sen MPP for. Wo mutimu adene. Same, a word to a year will be a otisrim. Yen kan bebre. U kan bebre ahwene ya na ebufu ya ba. Ladies and gentlemen, Papa Ghana ni oti ase unya ba bomodi ana share misre mo amoyen share. The numbers must be skyrocketing. Mumfe mi ana me mafemu. I love you guys too much. Must support me, but my guy will say 2026. Come and support me. Maybe have financial support for my new program. Because my team for now, my form more Ghana. I need to be paying them every month. OTS, you should come and support me financially. You to me for the solution show. No, me find chance here the kukudam for beba program. OTS, why support me now? Where who are? Mentimi anya na just one support me. Say my whole didn't know enu ntina mentimi, but I know say you want something fine. You want a programmer, people will come and discuss, and give you the solutions. Or they say how we can solve our own problem, the problems that we create, ourselves, the man-made problems that the Ghanaian create, the Ghanaian can also solve the same problems. What do you say? How come say we still import a friend is saying toothpick? How come say you import a muadie? What you say? Animals of esophagus, Madame Hubessier. When you bet me according to large scale farming, animal rearing, animal house boundary. What you say? Why must we suffer when we have that by a friend said the arable lands? So, ladies and gentlemen, we a command, we say minimum editi, mondiana, and soon. Now, another scandal a PMO 2025. 2025 scandal now a PMO no be any susu. Many will say we have a new Chief Justice. Thank God. John Dramani Mahama is working. A blessed leadership. Through him, Ghana is being blessed. The Bible says that if the wicked man is in power, if the wicked man is the one who is occupying the seat of the governance on our presidency, the people suffer, the people cry. What you say? The people, wail, mourn. The people, they shed tears, not tears of joy. Tears coming from poverty, hardship. But thankfully, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, and in the ministers, our former Emmanuel Amakofi-Boa. Oh, this fantastic young man, Okujeto Ablakwa, Minister for Foreign Affairs. Come on, the Minister for Energy, John Jenapo, Minister for Transport. Look, Agboja. Look, let me tell you, NDC has really performed. They have really performed. And I know many people but this performance, the reason why I'm at me hooding Papa Ghana, I never they told me so. With Dofu Bina they told me. What you say? On a sombo, or share no see there be. The way I would dog Ghana, it would ding a Papa Ghana. The free neko, Senia Abraham, Yesu Christo, Yankopoyan Abraham no. Menso yasesamidi every doctor read about Papa Ghana. It didn't dead. God bless our homeland Ghana. Tiasemo amene babidi enkomo amene babidi. You see, the reason why our NDC etimia performing, all the ministers are performing critically. Unhu ade bi bambese me ka kire wende. Ade ben ya. Critically, when the president was choosing ministers, he chose people who were patriotic. When His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, in his wisdom, when he was appointing ministers, he appointed people who are patriotic by nature. Amakofi was very patriotic citizen. Okujeto Ablakwa, he puts Ghana first. Everything be a Ghana first. Of course, Okokotino and Nchoe be a Ghana first. These are patriotic sons, not just words, but in deeds and in action. And you see, when you appoint people who are patriotic, and not just by mere words, but they show it, they live it. What the baby show woman sa? Because they know say me hwesuye a me dia, me mind dia, and almost some painful way. Womo competitors enye MPP ni NDC ni womo competitors say yebema Ghana abeye krabehwe na ahye ne monyam no alatani na ehwe kuro no a ne yemu ankoye Ghana ni na nka ye nuanom wo America enya ya Kombeka say, me fa kro ni say me kro. Ghana say me kra ene ma jenkwa. So clearly when you look at the appointment, that is the reason why I need unte scandal bia, and the MPP is forcing themselves to give us scandal. The intra. That is why I'm more attacking Sami Jemfi, because they know say Sami Jemfi is the person you bet me attack, because bia was shed no boy adwuma e boama sidinanya wording to appreciate against the dollar. But remember, the MPP has a history. They belong to a political party who associate themselves with the white supremacists. Woman ya kwesi abroni ni nenamo. Etu womu di omu yemu anko manga na nensei no mu wiya ya no mfisika ne kwa no ne. No mu nka je se ye de fra abrochi ne ye call Oxford University. Ye de ye call Cambridge ni bie. I keep telling people so Oxford, me money mami o call Oxford. I tell people Oxford University in here with the two. Would be 2 1 is why be papa boa my mama ne tumpon. It took us for that. Now still I will need the one farm boa Ghana. I'll buy and went to me Ghana $1 no. Mahama Jana ye 4 cedi na nkwa $1 no sister be $1 yes 1 cedi no. I Oxford now ko ye Oxford there ko ye no when sua nyansa ambeboa o man no. In case woni mu nyansa, me se when sua ne mu de ambeboa man no. Wo ko chofo. What you say? Oh, school ni e kono a ye praise ye di bibi bebe fi no de wo ko school no instead of baby papa de abra no. O de o ko e na ba. O ba no de o ba no ko twetwe here. Now, ladies and gentlemen, so patriotic sons and daughters are President Afawo. It is not a year rocket science. The reason they are performing because omudo mine, ombeso mo show mine ni munyam, ombeso mo jadimpa. They want to leave a legacy. They want to help John Mahama to leave a name, a lasting one, of course. You see, my grandfather. And it's not a joke. My great-grandfather, Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. Yes, my grandfather. In fact, if Rebusia Bako, Rebusiane so, the only thing a Ghanaian able to me to break the record of Kwame Nkrumah and never shen in Munyam. To honor your hero, you must break your hero's record. So the only way we can break Nkrumah's record is by building infrastructure, creating jobs, giving the Ghanaian the hope, building Ghanaians, establishing Ghanaian businesses to take over the continent of Africa, and of course to compete with the world. And this is what we need. And we have men and women that this last year, 2025, almost show that leadership. It is my prayer that in 2026 they will continue a human no ma shemu kena. And I know my madam will be there grown up jokingly. US. Na me jokingly I can say mamona joma me ebuni de wa fa ne se de is 4 years we anyankopon kubu na konta okubu akonta na manyankopon is wa fa ne serious too much. And I'm young to say I'm a modi nka ubu ananka at least ministers sister nanka je wa pe akromfo be 5 bi wa pe wo mo asebi wo mo no mbu ade be mi ensebi wa pe wo mo ton kolebu pa de be mi enu bi nanka je news na yakoche se ya chi wo mo airport na abeye news na Ghana for can be nobody so ministers ne bi ma bokro no nanka Ghana for because this here no joma ma say adwuma wa ye why is this here obi mu kotena asempa radio mu nya hwenka no mo tete wo sa na time na so. Oh, the ministers in Komo Yampa Kakra, Mom Yafo Kakra, one more whom Beba Sam Kakra, so your mamma fee, 2025. The means also for you be as a scandal, Mom Person within Bebe. Ade, I sounds when you're a crumun yet there. Oh, and my boys here when PP, woman yan someone can. Tina, Omodomaniaco Swas Sami Jemfiso. We go Munyan someone can. Domunya samon kanede chinchina atwan ye de be chichira so asame dem fi omo de free one amfa no omo sisi de Bawa Rocks just Bawa Mutari ye owura Joma president wo fa ase afi de omo su wa wo concession na de omo ko hwehwe mu asa na MPP fo won ankasa Omo former ambassador bi omo ne ko United Arab Emirates on only business. Nam so wa hwe. MPP epe by force scandal. Just say omani abre a omunye bi na esom de koso asame je fiso. Abusia asem America no I say yes resem no. Because of a modern boy John Mahama and the ministers and the appointees. We should not take it for granted. You see, when it's going well for us, sometimes complacency can set in and we can take the gains for granted. Especially the gains anti-galamsey. We share the structures and then we're institutional. Honorable Emmanuel Amakufi-Boa, you will take it for granted. No, don't, because there is a lot of hard work at Akum. And if you take it for granted, that is when you will allow yourself to feed onto the Jandam message from the JB Dankwa Dumbo so-called foolish tradition, to lie to you, to creep into your heart and sow a seed of lies and deceit. And so let us not take it for granted, but let's encourage them to do more. Of course, as a human institution there, we are doing 1 or 2B, 3 or 4B, and 7B, but it should not be something a bit hard or mine. A banswa, we should be bold and say it without any favor, because we are working for Ghana. And I've told you, my name is Papa Ghana. It's Ghana and nothing more, nothing less. It's not about individual, it's about building a nation. That nation that our sons and daughters will one day be proud of. Let us not forget what our ancestors went through the hands of Abroni. We should not forget what Abroni yeditia yenanano. We shouldn't forget that yenanano were chained, not by their wish. Some of them yejawamu tupum. Abrana chains egu. Imagine our bonsu bibe hwi no mani gusu ni hwi na me kun. Let us not forget. I am always guided by the things I go through. And we should say never again. And if we are going to say never again, it means that we should take our destiny into our own hands and build our nation. So that that child that lives in my village in Kikam and Lembele will not need somebody to assist him just to get employment. So that that lady that comes all the way from Boku will not need the services of a minister to service her before she can get an appointment. We must build a nation to the point where we put Ghanaians first. And that the prosperity of our nation will not just be in the hands of a select few who call themselves so-called JB Dankwa Dumbo foolish tradition. Because I don't know any tradition. The only tradition is to come and defame us, steal us, rob us, and run away to United States of America. Enunti. And I'm the Baba Boko. Say, join me as I bring you the solution show. You see, we took for granted what Nkrumah, my grandfather, did for the nation or was doing for Ghana. Remember when he was building the Akosombo Dam? They told him, a population less than 10 million, why waste your time? Why waste the nation's resources to build Akosombo Dam? I was not there. You and I, maybe perhaps, were not there. But we came to read history. And do you know why I believe it? Because recently, when John Dramani Mahama made the attempt and told the nation that I'm going to build an expressway for Ghana, we heard from the so-called JB Dankwa foolish tradition, a guy in Ashanti region, of course, the MP for Bantama, Asensu Boakye, saying that why go build an expressway? We don't need it. This is why I believe what they said during Nkrumah's time, that they don't need Akosombo Dam. In fact, today, they are the ones enjoying Akosombo Dam. And tomorrow, when we finish building the expressway, they will still be the same people who enjoy. And so I'm saying it to you. Don't make mistake and take for granted the gains of this new government. And you see, before I leave, let me share with you something here, because so that you understand my message clearly. And it's very, very important to understand my message. There is a young man. His name is PK Sapon. I used to engage him very often when MPP was in power, because he was a presidential aide, a staffer. Now I used to engage him, and then he would come and speak. Now listen to this carefully. He sent a message on his Facebook wall, and according to him, he said, help me read this message. Let's read this message. He says, cedi to end 2025 at 15 cedis, 50 pesos to $1. Fitch Solutions. According to him, and this message was 20th May 2025. We are in, today is 31st December. Of course, his wishes and his prayer was that fish, what they said, will come to pass. Now, foolishly, how much or what was $1 to cedi when they left office in 2024? $1 was 17 cedis. Let's even say that John Dramani Mahama and Ato Forsen and his team even left it at 15 cedis. Would you say they failed the nation? No. Would you say, sir, they are failures? No. Because number 217, and about 15 cedi, 50 pesos. It means, say, ubi kotoadia, and also ubi kofanioma. At least ubenya 1 cedi, 50 pesos be emphaso against MPP time. But God being so good, the hard-working minister, Ato Forsen, and the new government, the John Dramani Mahama's government, this year, ended 2025, 31st December 2025, $1 no far, you're turning 10 cedis. We're turning 17 cedis. They have saved 7 cedis. I'm a Ghanaian businessman. But you see the reason why Ameka Cho said, do not take for granted the gains. Because Ghanaian took for granted the gains under Kwame Nkrumah. And these people came in and lied to us, deceived us. And there was a coup d'etat in 1966. If we had not taken for granted the gains of Kwame Nkrumah, guess where we would have been? Or guess where? Ghana and Kabina Yawo. But we took for granted. And we fell for the deceit of this so-called JB Dankwa Dombo Buzier's foolish tradition that they offer nothing but a total disgrace and shame. We thought that they would do better than Nkrumah after 1966. What happened? They did worse. Nkrumah said, look how stupid they are, how foolish they are. And they have not changed. They have not moved away from their foolishness. They destroy. And when you come and you are rebuilding, they will be the same people are pointing fingers that Fitch Solutions is saying that the dollar will end at 15 cedis, 50 pesos. Meanwhile, they left it at 17 cedis. So foolishly, they should have even kept quiet and not even talk. When they took the dollar from 4 cedis, left it at 17 cedis. That is why I keep telling you that these people, they don't believe in you. They have never believed in the black man being capable of managing his own affairs. They believe in the white Akwesi Abroni, That is how our forefathers referred to them. I have nothing against Akwesi Bruni. In fact, I believe that all men were created equal. So I love every human being who comes with. I judge people with their brains. But when your brains are dirty, spoiled, like the brains of Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo, the brains of Ken Ofori-Atta, I will despise you. He believed in the words of Fitch Solutions, but he did not believe in the Ghanaian minister because he believed in Akwesi Abroni. You understand? Do you get where I'm driving to? You see, Nkrumah gave us a sense of belief. I tell people that I cannot teach a class when they don't believe in what I'm saying. Belief is important. And it's part of us that we must start believing in ourselves. That yes, we can. And Tuforsen has shown the way. And he has built a stronger city. Which for the first year in over 35 years, a city appreciated against the dollar. Ladies and gentlemen, if you take for granted these things, you will allow the MPP people to steal you. Don't take it for granted. In fact, there was a time that they even told us if MPP and NDC was in power, see the Nubeya hata. In the words of Akufo-Addo. And that is why I'm telling you, join my platform, subscribe. It doesn't cost anything to subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's free. Let's put heads together. The comment section is there for you. Type, and I will read it. This one is coming from Eva Adum. He says, Happy New Year to everyone. No doubt JDM's government has performed admirably. That is Zigma. And then Booty said, hi. Strive, he says, the MPP has been the problem of Ghana for ages. Assalamu alaikum. Alaikum salam. That is the gospel truth. Ladies and gentlemen, I love you so much. I know you miss me. I also miss you. And to all my lovers, Alexander, I see you. I have told you in 2026 it's going to be a different thing altogether. It's about the solution show. Support me. If you're an ambassador, you're a minister, you are whatever, you can support me, support me. If you have the skills and the talent as well, maybe you're a graphic designer, you want to, this is pro bono, voluntary job, support. Because I'm bringing on board people with expertise, where we will discuss the problem. People with no knowledge also will come and share their experiences, what they expect from us. Because Ghana is not going to build by Akwesi Broni. Abroni will not build our nation for us. Abroni. And the word, a corrupt word now, we say Bruni. They will not build our country for us. IMF will not build our country. In fact, IMF is not happy with Sami Jemfi, because Sami Jemfi is doing wonders. Akwaranyami is doing wonders, just like the Ashanti Regional Minister, just like the Western Regional Minister. In fact, the Western Regional Minister is performing very, very, very well. So I am saying that we can build our own country. And nobody going to build it for us. Okay. They have metamorphosized from UGCC to UP and now MPP. It is unfortunate, but I hope Ghanaians don't get deceived by IMF and MPP. Yes. And it is our duty to drum it home. It is our duty to spread the message. It is our duty to tell our friends and our family. It is our duty to tell the people to be careful. Never again. Until we see wise men and wise women coming from the party, yes. For now, I see none. For now, I see none. Ladies and gentlemen, I love you guys so much. Thank you so much, Ghana. Thank you so much for subscribing to my YouTube channel. The name, of course, is Papa Ghana. From henceforth, call me Papa Ghana. I love the name Papa Ghana. Love it. I love it so much. Somebody asked, why Papa Ghana? I said, because I want the youth to understand that we have only one Ghana to build. I want the youth to understand that, yes, the black man is also capable. I want the youth to understand that we should love Ghana. You see the way people fight to become British citizens, the way people will fight to become American citizens. You know why? It's only because of the prosperity of the nation. It's only because of availability of jobs. It's only because of the things that they get, the good health services. It's not perfect, but it's much better. So if we also build our nation, guess what? A lot of people already would also want to be Ghanaian citizens. Thank you, Ghana. God bless our homeland, Ghana. Make our nation great and strong. Happy New Year to all of you. May this year, 2026, be a blessing to you. May this year, may you have a renewed mind to believe in Ghana. Believe that the black man is capable of managing his own affairs. Believe it. Believe it. For wherever you believe, the prophecy you believe is what will work for you. If you believe that the white man can go to the moon, you also believe that the black man can also go to the moon. And we will start the process. Because whatever a man thinketh, so he is. And everything around you, if it is not God made, it was being made by man. And it came from the mind's mind of the man. It came from the man's mind. So yes, we can also build. Indeed, if we want to build it. I thank you. And thank you so much for staying with me from January to 31st of December 2025. And I know you will do the same. If I go wrong, don't hesitate. The comment section is there. Constructively, let's guide ourselves and guard ourselves. Thank you, and take good care of yourselves. See you 2026. Be blessed and keep safe.